guys, it's Parzival. I also go by Will, and I am back with another sketchbook tour. This is one that I've been wanting to film for a while because I actually really like this sketchbook. Not because I particularly think it's super great, but then again, most of my sketchbooks are kind of like that. But because this one actually has a split down the middle between dates I started and dates I ended. And it's covered with stickers, but this is a Strathmore toned gray sketchbook with 50 sheets, so I think that's about 100 pages. And I just have it covered with a bunch of different stickers. This one's Redbubble, and then washi tape, and these I got in a pack on Amazon, etc., etc. I apologize for the kind of wonky lighting. I wanted to film it earlier in the day, but there was a barbecue going on downstairs, and now it's 9 in the evening, and I lost all of my sunlight because I couldn't be filming with a bunch of noise, so apologies. Hopefully it's not too bad. But, so this is a sketchbook that I don't know if you can see at the top here. I can't really zoom in very well like that. This is Strathmore Tone Gray sketchbook, 5.5 by 8.5. And I started April 2015, and then you skip to February 2017, and I ended April 15, 2018. So that's a bit of a long time. Also, this is one of my old business cards before I changed all my stuff and username, so don't worry about that one too much. But this was a sketchbook that I really enjoyed because I was learning how to use toned paper in here. This is when I first started using toned paper. Now, as you guys know, I absolutely love using it, but I used a lot of just grayscale stuff in the beginning. So this is not recent art. This is all art from 2015, and these are my character Vale. This, you can also tell it's old because I don't draw on the other side of the paper. This was from an RP group I was in called Pharaoh's Academy. So was this. And I was trying out a lot of different mediums here. I was trying how Copic worked. I had this opaque white marker that I was trying out. I was trying out colored pencils and colored gel pens. It was really an interesting experience working on this for the first time. And I remember having a lot of fun with it, but also really not knowing what to do with it. This one wasn't me. This one was my sister. She drew in my sketchbook because I brought the sketchbook with me to Germany. This one is just a really faint sketch that you really can't see. That's one of the things I learned when I was doing this, was that sometimes if you don't have a dark enough pencil, you can't really see the sketch tone very well. I got a smaller white gel pen for use for highlights. This is one of the first pictures I ever did of Leia, my OC, who I really love. But yeah, you can see that this is all some pretty old art. And then there's a jump. So this was in 2015, and then I stopped using the sketchbook for whatever reason. I think I got distracted by another one, and I was kind of intimidated to use the toned paper. Because even here, I was still kind of intimidated to use the toned paper. And this is in 2017, in February. I know because this was a Valentine's Day card I did for my brother. This was one I did for my sister. These are just pictures I did of Luke, and this was when it hadn't quite happened in Neolands yet, where Luke was still a spy, and I was pretty sure he was going to die, but I thought it would be pretty cool to make Luke some council clothes, and honestly, I kind of really like most of these outfits. This one was the one that ended up closest to what he currently has for his council clothes. But I actually really like all of these concepts, especially like this jacket cape thing. I might integrate that later. But yeah, I didn't think it was going to be canon, and now it's actually canon, so joke's on me, I guess. And then there was a, like, Monster High, Monster Prom, Monster Hearts sort of AU. So all of the characters were monsters who were in high school. This is before Monster Prom came out, but it was not before Monster High. And it was based on the Apocalypse World system Monster Hearts. So lots of monsters. And all these concepts are basically monster teenagers in high school trying to get along and stuff like that. Here's Rosalie, here's Lamb, there's some Luke, these were some NPCs. This was a small comic I did with my cousin's character Aster and Lamb. Lamb did not have a very good sense of self-preservation when it came to energy drinks. Then here's another picture of Rosalie and Lamb, who in this alternate universe are not the same person and are in a kind of fake sort of relationship. They're the school's power couple, but they're not actually together because they like each other. They're together because it's the best for both of them in terms of like their status and stuff like that. Then there's Luke, who likes both of them. Luke tries to talk to Rosalie and Lamb gets kind of pissed off at that. Rosalie is good friends with my cousin's character Aster, who is very tall, so she can actually ride on his shoulders as opposed to people riding on hers, because she's very strong. And this is when it switched over again to January 2018. So this was February 2017, and this is almost a year later. And I don't know why I just kept taking breaks in the sketchbook, but I like the fact that you can see the difference between my art then and my art now and see the progress. Now, all of these are also just doodles. My friends and I played Munchkin, so I doodled some Munchkin stuff. But, like, if you compare this Luke to, like, these Lukes, let's go with this Luke. Like, you can see how my style has changed, how Luke as a concept has changed, design-wise. I have a stronger nose shape and a stronger silhouette with his hair. Stuff like that. I also shade it slightly differently now. So here's some Luke. These were concepts for my sister's character Matt for Fire Emblem AU. These are drawings of my OC Cameron. More Cameron. My cranky grandfather Oscar. More Rosalie. Just kind of a scribble page. So I have a ZZ. I don't know who that is. I just want to do the shapes. A leaf. Tried some leaves, some eyes. I tried to draw my unicorn candle holder. It didn't really work. A lot of the graphite stuff in here has this habit of really catching the glare, and I'm not really sure why. I don't particularly like that, but I can't always use ink for everything. This is some Lamb and Luke. Then here's a swatch page of the different types of white markers I had. This is when I got some Posca pens. Then my Miraculous Ladybug OC, this is Shen, and he is a goat Miraculous. And more Shen sketch pages. I actually really like this doodle, hence why it's colored as opposed to everything else around it. Then some of my sister's character, Marcel. He is a sweetheart, and I was watching a lot of Little Karibo, and I had this thought that Marcel would definitely sound like the weird Karibo, like, dude, la 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 la, and stuff like that. I don't know why, but I thought it was cute, and I'm slowly working on figuring out cuter chibi faces that aren't super anime. This is one where I was trying to do some stuff with washi tape, so I drew my baby sibling's character Reina with a washi tape top. And then my character Czar, and my baby sibling's character Celine. I tried to do a background again, and I need to just kind of keep trying to do these, but I'm not very good at them, so whenever I try them, I don't particularly like it. Though I suppose that's part of continually trying. A character named Rhys, or Reese, I'm not sure how to pronounce it yet, who is still in development. Some Alexi and Marcus, because Alexi and Marcus deserve to be happy. Some ZZ, again because it's toned paper and I associate ZZ with monochrome stuff. So my character Ludwig, and this page really smeared for some reason. I don't know why. It was overtly rubbing against the other page. That doesn't usually happen, but it did. And then this one I inked over. These are some concepts of a deity that at first I called Abyss, but I think it's going to be Hecate, for my character Sandoval, who has a god sealed inside of him. Hecate being a goddess titan of magic. My OC Star, and the post-it thing, because I haven't really been doing that very often. Then there's my sibling's character Eros and my character Luke, who is insulted, even though he wasn't actually being insulted. It was a slip of the tongue. some sketches for an RP group that I was going to join, but then I got too busy, so I ended up not. But I enjoyed drawing all the characters. I've been really into drawing other people's OCs recently because it's been very, like, good for me to exercise drawing different features. And then this is some life drawing I did when I was at the doctor's office. Some Matt and Tivo because they're good. My friend Pepper's character Irian with a comic that's just about how gay she is. More life drawing, though I think this one's from a photo reference. My character Nero, which is a new character that I have, so I did a sketch page of her. Another sketch page of Nero. This, I believe, was references from a book that I was studying from about sketching and life drawing. So I tried to just draw some of the samples they had to see if I could understand them a little bit better. These are just notes for a layout thing that I wanted to do for like an application for a personal group that I want to. I still haven't gotten through to it yet, but I'll deal with it. And there was a really, really pretty lady at work who was a customer, so I wanted to draw her as soon as I could get home because she had this really nice aesthetic. This is the same thing as the layout in the previous page, I just want to make it bigger. So instead of like actually drawing it out, I use like pieces of paper and post-it notes and stuff. My brother's character Algie because he appeared in Neolands. Sketch page of Luke. Oh, Luke dabbing because my friend said that they wanted to see Luke dabbing. A brush pen gesture. Some gestures of chairs, again because I wanted to actually like try and do some life drawing and there weren't any people there, so chairs. Picture of Luke in a new outfit that he got, which is a fancy outfit by my baby sibling. This one's like a white colored pencil sketch, again from a reference photo. The white actually looks better than the graphite, but it's harder to erase. And the last one is some hand gestures that I just went in straight with a brush pen, hence why this is covering this, because that's not right how you do in a hand. And again, I don't think any of these are actually like super accurate, but going in straight with the brush pen really helped me try and figure out what I was doing with like the contour lines. And I'm not very good at just going straight in with like a pen and doing a picture of whatever it is. But the more I practice, the more I'll get better at it, hopefully. But yeah. So yeah, I really like this sketchbook because I think that it shows my growth as an artist pretty well over the course of several years. So like in the beginning you just have like kind of plain drawings and headshots of OCs, and then you get more comics and more ink wash and stuff, more practice and experimentation, and then you got a lot more stuff of just trying new things, leaving things as sketches, testing things out, swatch pages, study pages, taping things in, and life drawing and stuff like that. And I think that that's really cool. I think it's really something that, even if I'm not like super happy with how everything turned out, I think I could be proud of my progress, and it really helps me feel better about how far I've gotten as an artist. But yeah. So the sketchbook I was pretty excited to share with you guys. I hoped you liked it. If you want to support me, I do have a Patreon, which is linked in the description. I do my daily sketch dumps there for $1 a day, but nothing is ever going to be behind a paywall. I will always eventually release everything. If there's any questions or comments, you can leave those down in the description in the comments below, or contact me on any of my social media, which is also in the description. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for your support. Bye!